we are taking questions from a video that we asked you guys to ask us some personal questions on. So we're gonna answer those the best that we can for you. Why don't you change the name of your YouTube channel? Why don't you add the whole family into it?
You want my opinion?
Sure, I'll let you go first. Yeah, I'll let you go first.
Bonnie's asked me and sincerely asked me if we need to change it, and I've every time said no. I think it needs to stay the Bonnie Hoellein YouTube channel because that's what it started at. Bonnie did way too much groundwork for it to become what it is, and I want her to always be recognized for that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it still encompasses all of us.
This channel is from my point of view. I think Joel and I are equally a part of the channel right now, but that doesn't mean that it's always gonna be that way. Because we're working on short-term goals right now. Our long-term goals is for Joel to do his own thing. If YouTube stops the way they do things, if YouTube drastically changes the way they do things, if our channel tanks and nobody watches us anymore, we can't just solely rely on that. And so I don't want to just change everything and make this whole family thing. This channel is from my point of view, so it is the Bonnie Hoellein channel.
It's the Bonnie Hoellein channel.
It's the Bonnie Hoellein channel.
It's gonna stay that way. It's gonna stay that way. We're not changing it.
I like that he likes that. Okay, now that we got that out of the way. Okay, so the question with the most comments that replied to it saying, yes, answer that, yes, answer that, was, what is the one thing about Mormonism that you disagree with and one thing you love about it? So addressing these questions, the first thing we want to do is clarify what church we belong to.
The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We're Mormons, we're LDS, they're all slang terms, but that's what we are.
And someone was asking, are you strong? Do you like, someone asked if I had as strong of beliefs as you do. I think that people see your interaction more because Joel's callings. He was in the bishopric, he's in the young men's now. The only calling that I have requires me to work on Sunday. Not work, but like I teach a class on Sunday. I don't think we show a whole lot of our religious side.
I think that's not quite true, actually. I think we show a lot of our religious side in our actions and in the way we do. You guys obviously pick up the things that we do and we don't do and won't do. And those are just part of us living our religion. Yeah.
How does Jesus fit into our life? I feel like we fit into Jesus's life. Do you know what I mean? Is that like corny to say?
No, I like
our
that.
Our religion and what we believe, our life is centered around Jesus Christ. And so we try to live our life the way he would want us to. I wouldn't say that I disagree with anything. I think there are some things that are difficult to live by. When we were younger and we couldn't date till we were 16, that was difficult. But as we've surpassed that, there's good reasoning behind it, and it's a good thing we didn't date till we were 16 because your mind and your body you like have no control over. So
I think I'm with Bonnie. There's no disagreements. It's just a matter of having faith to do what we're being asked.
And there's been times where we've lived it stronger than others, and I can promise you that the times that we were living it versus the times where we weren't, we were happier when we were living it. And we are blessed beyond, we're just very blessed, and I know that it's because we live the way we live. Religion done, check. What would each of your kids have been named if they were born the opposite gender? So many people like that. They wanted us to answer that question.
I can only think of one.
What?
Cody would have been a June.
Yeah, so we really wanted another girl and we wanted to name her June. I've always loved the name Lindsay for a girl. What other names would you like for a boy?
For a boy?
Like if we had to name Olivia a boy's name?
Rory.
Rory! I really like that one
I wanted a boy named Rory just so I could say, tell me your story, Rory. All I wanted.
How do you keep the romance alive in your relationship when you have 4 little ones? There is no magic or flames.
You put them to bed early.
Okay, that truthfully is one of the answers. We put our kids to bed at 7 o'clock. In the summertime, we stay up like later and stuff, but for the most part, we put our kids to bed at 7, and that gives us our evening, which now we really don't have an evening because he spends the whole night editing and stuff, so
Something Bonnie's always been good about is setting up babysitters almost once a week regularly for us to go out. Most of the time I don't even know about it, and she's like, oh, we got a babysitter coming tonight. So Bonnie works very hard to make sure we get our alone time away from the house not just working, getting out and doing something.
And I hear a lot of people say like, oh, my husband would never think of getting a babysitter. I'm like, well, yeah, neither does mine. I do. Like, I set up, which is okay because he's doing other things. I like to get babysitters and I like to go out on dates. Are you baby hungry? Did you always plan on having 4 kids? Do you want to have another baby? Is there secretly a part of you that hopes for another baby? Will you ever get pregnant again? I'm gonna let Joel answer this one first.
That's like 10 questions in one.
Yeah, no, but they all deal with the same thing.
Am I baby hungry? No. Am I enjoying Lincoln to the fullest right now as a baby? Absolutely. When we had Boston, I thought we were done.
Me too.
And
we both wanted 3. We both wanted 3 kids.
We kept driving by the hospital and just the feelings that came over us were just
intense.
We're not in control here and we're supposed to be having a 4th. And we did. And I can honestly say I drive by the hospital now hoping that I don't feel it, and I still haven't. Not that that's
I was gonna say, do you?
No, I don't. I'm pretty confident that 4 will be the number that we have.
For me, this is a little bit harder. In my mind, and with the way that our life is right now, I'm happy to say that I don't want to have any more kids. I'm happy with the 4. I feel like stress-wise, you guys don't see, or at least we don't show the stressfulness of raising the kids because we show you the good parts and the fun parts. It is morning to night, correcting the kids, guiding them, teaching them, training them. I just feel like it's such hard work. And so many times you see parents neglecting to teach the younger kids because, well, I have X amount of kids and we're tired and they'll raise themselves, or the older kids will help raise them. I don't want to do that. I really want to put just as much effort into Lincoln as I have Olivia, Cody, Boston. I really want them each to have my full attention. Do you know what I mean? On the other hand, you wouldn't have to twist my arm very hard to have another one. I really like the pregnancy process. I love the fact that we were able to document Lincoln's, all that stuff. I'm a baby though. When I am pregnant, I am the biggest baby in the world, and yes or no, are we gonna have more kids? The answer is no. But don't be shocked.
No, whoa, don't put any feelers out there. That's not, no way.
How do you financially prepare for the future? How do you enjoy budget? What's your format? Do you have a budget written? What advice do you have? Okay, so I'll start because I'm the one that does the budget, and you just chime in anytime. You can interrupt me, whatever. We know how much we bring in a month. We will never spend more than we bring in. Right?
Ever, never.
That's just something that we are not gonna do. We get our check in each month. We first pay our tithing, and then we take out what we need to cover for phone bill, electric bill, utilities, living. So we take out X amount of dollars for that, and the rest of it we put into our savings. So what is the biggest mistake you made and learned from during your YouTube career, and how has that changed you as a person? I'm gonna let you go first. Is there anything you can think of?
Biggest mistake? Deleting footage.
Oh. Okay, yeah,
that was awful.
Or thinking you're recording when you're not. So I didn't read the question like that. I read the question more like, as far as the content that we put out there, I think the biggest mistake that I made as a YouTuber is letting the comments dictate what and how I record. I think that was a learning curve, because when you very first start, you only have a few people that watch you, and they're there because they really like you. So you have all these good comments, and then the bigger you grow, the negative comments come in. Haters gonna hate, and so that was a learning curve for us. And people would say, "Oh, I really don't like this," or "I can't believe you do this," and so I would stop doing that. And then it like started interfering with our relationship. Well, people don't like that. We can't talk like that. And basically the only way to get that out of my head is they don't bother you.
No.
They don't affect Joel.
But given they don't come at me as hard as they do.
And that's what I've said to Joel. I'm like, that's easy for you to say because no bad comments are about you. They're only about me.
That's because Bonnie's the face. I'm sorry, Bon. That comes with the name of the channel. But the thing is, that's a rule for life, is no matter what people think or say or do, don't let that dictate how you live your life. And it's very easy in the YouTube world to let comments dictate how you do things. And
that's why people are here in the first place, is to see how we do things. I don't want to do things the way everybody else thinks that I should do it. I do it how I want to do it because this is our life. And this also makes me think of, you know, you marry who you date, you hang out, the people that you hang out with, they're going to influence you. If you think that, oh, I'm going to influence the bad crowd, no, it's the other way around. You're going to follow the bad crowd. And so same with like the comments and things and the things that you read. If you're reading negativity, you're going to bring that negativity into your life. That's why we go to church every Sunday. We want to put that positivity in our life because you live it, you emulate it. And with the comment section, that's how it is. I just can't read it anymore. In the mornings when I wake up, I read the first 20 comments just to make sure there's nothing like, oh my gosh, your butt crack is showing up at 5:05. Oh my gosh, I saw your naked reflection in the window. So I go in and to all the really great early birds that come into the video, I like to respond.
They're so positive.
Yeah, I like to respond to the first maybe 25 and then I'm done and I don't go back and read them. So I loved this question. Okay. And I want you to go first. Okay. Ignoring the YouTube demographics, when you're talking to the camera, who do you imagine is on the other end? Like, do you think you're talking? Yeah, I know. I loved it.
Instinctively, when I look into the camera and I'm talking, I'm thinking of talking to Bonnie. And I know that may sound funny, but like, I'm just like, I want to show her my personality and be lively, fun, which I'm not always. So I always I'm like, okay, I want to show Bonnie my good personality.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not joking at all.
Okay, when you're saying that, do you say that because you want people to think how much, oh, I love Bonnie so much, or like genuinely that's what you think? No, that's genuinely what I think. I don't think Bonnie quite grasped this, and I don't think a lot of people understand this, but I am infatuated with Bonnie. She is the person I think about 24/7, and I used to get in trouble as a missionary because of that. They'd be like, Bonnie, will you shut up about Bonnie? I'm just like, that's not gonna happen. This is not gonna happen. So. We had to turn the air conditioning off because it's too loud, and now I'm hot. I'm sweaty.
Do you want me to get a tissue?
No.
A pillowcase? No. I'm sitting on a pillow.
Joel's sitting on a pillow so that he's taller than me.
I actually am taller than Bonnie, but
my torso is taller than Joel.
And I have terrible posture.
Torso, yeah.
Bonnie has perfect posture.
It's because of piano. That's how I sat with piano. I would like arch my back.
Yeah.
When I vlog, it depends on what I'm vlogging. If I'm telling a story, I picture my children watching it in the future. When I talk about my past, like high school days, like all that, I envision talking to like the teenagers that watch our channel. And for the majority, like day to day, I always picture my parents because I'm like, okay, they're watching, I don't want to like embarrass them. But for the most part, I'm picturing the moms out there, like people my age. Yeah, the moms out there. I love the fact that my demographics is, what is it?
It's moms.
18 to
45.
18 to 45 is our largest demographic, and I love that. I love talking to the moms out there because, like I said, this channel is from my point of view, and I love that. It just makes me feel really connected with you guys. And I don't know if every channel is like this, but I really do feel a genuine connection with my audience. I feel like people that watch me relate, and I feel like they trust me because I do try to be really honest, and it doesn't mean that everything's out there, but what I do say is truth. So
if it comes out of Bonnie's mouth, it is the truth.
UPS is here, hold on.
Oh my gosh.
What is your most successful discipline technique, and how do you find a balance between discipline and fun? You and Joel have such a wonderful relationship with your kids. People see us have a lot of fun with our kids, and we do. We have a lot of fun with the kids. The discipline goes on when the camera turns off, and I think some people are like, all Bonnie ever does is like laugh at the camera, and I do. I mean, I really do.
Bonnie's a laugher though, and that's his best.
Yeah, I laugh when I'm excited, I laugh when I'm nervous, I laugh when I'm awkward. But when it comes to the kids, I'm about as serious as they come.
Oh yeah, Bonnie doesn't put up with any bull.
No, I really don't. And it starts when they're a baby. You teach babies that you're the mom from day one, you know? When you're hungry, I feed you. When it's bedtime for you, little baby, you don't know, but you're screaming and you're tired, you're going down for a nap, you're going to bed. And because it's like, when does that change? When do you stop doing what anything that the baby wants? But then you have a 5-year-old and you're still doing anything that the 5-year-old wants you to do. You start when they're just a little baby. And of course, like, and that sounds so harsh, but it's not that I'm harsh with my baby. I mean, I kiss and I love and I snuggle and we laugh and we play. But when it's nap time, it's nap time. And when the kids are little and I make food that they don't like, then they don't eat. If they don't want to eat what I cook, then you don't eat. If you don't want to go to bed when I tell you you're going to bed, I'm gonna stand with you in the corner and make you stand in a corner until you're ready. I mean, I see parents, oh, go stand in a corner, and the kid's throwing a fit, and you're gonna stand in this corner, and if I have to stand here with you to teach you how to stand in a corner, that's what I'm gonna do for 2 hours of my day until you're, I mean, I've never stood in a corner for 2 hours, but what I'm saying is you do it until they know that that's what they're doing.
There has to be, there's one thing that Bonnie and I are really firm about, is that we expect a lot from the kids in the way they act, the way they talk, the way they are. We have high standards and high demands, but in the same time,
they are given
them
everything.
the world.
Yeah. You be consistent. You set your rules of what you want, and you don't deviate from those.
Never.
Have you ever thought about splitting up? And if so, what were you able to do in your marriage to overcome that? Yes. Yeah, we talked about it. We put the other person ahead of ourselves. And this only works if both people are willing to do it.
You have to. That's the only way. And if you're not putting the other person in front of your own needs, you will most likely end up splitting up. But if you can stop and reanalyze what you're doing and what you need to do to make them happy, you will be so much more happy. And it works. It works.
But if only one person is willing to do that, that person that's giving and giving, you can only do that for so long. You both have to be willing to put 100% in.
And it takes a lot of time. I will say that. It takes time, and you have to be willing to just be patient, understanding, and let time take its course.
And if you keep thinking, well, if they would change this, if you've said this, if you've said, well, if they would just change this, then I would be happy. That's wrong. You cannot put your happiness on what someone else is doing. You need to be happy for yourself, with your surroundings, and maybe you're the one that needs to change a little bit. For a while, I just thought, well, if Joel did this, then I would be happy. Well, no, I needed to change. And once you change your thoughts, your actions, then you're more happy. Did you ever go to college? And if so, what for? I went to beauty school.
I went to college for business economics.
Do you ever wish you could just throw a diaper on for long journeys? Why, yes, that is... Do you guys want to hear the no, I
please,
no.
please. That's the best. That's the most joyful goodies ever.
Okay, I am not joking you. If this video gets 20,000 thumbs ups, which I know it can do it.
20,000?
If this video gets 20,000 thumbs up, then I promise you, I will tell you this story, and it's a doozy. You will not regret clicking that thumbs up button. So.
I'm so excited right now. I don't even know. Like, here's the first two right there. All we need is 19,998.
Okay.
Got him.
I'll do it. I will sacrifice myself.
Oh, I'm so excited right now.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to turn the air conditioner back on, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.